The Unfought Dream Match, analyzing the delayed clash between Ippo and Miyata in the OPBF arc. The rivalry between Ippo Makunouchi and Ichiro Miyata is arguably the most anticipated showdown in the entire Hajime no Ippo story. From their very first sparring session, a powerful connection and competitive drive were formed, one that felt destined. The promise of a professional fight between them became the centerpiece of thousands of chapters, with fans eagerly awaiting it as both fighters rose through the boxing ranks. In this breakdown, we'll explore personal motives, external factors, and even literary decisions that all contributed to the delay of this long-awaited battle. Reason number 1, Miyata's decision to prioritize Randy Boy Jr. The primary reason the match didn't happen is that Miyata chose to face Randy Boy Jr. first. This fight wasn't just about titles. It was personal. Randy's father, known as Raccoon Boy, was the reason Miyata's own father's career came to an end. Even though Miyata's father retired willingly, the emotional wound remained. For Miyata, the match against Randy was his way of avenging his father's boxing style and proving his legacy. After Miyata declared his intention to fight Randy, he officially canceled the fight with Ippo. This damaged the relationship between their gyms as well. Miyata accepted the possibility that he might never get to fight Ippo, but he chose Randy anyway. This was a clear act of prioritizing personal emotion over professional rivalry. It showed that Miyata wasn't simply chasing victory. He was pursuing something deeper. A change of course, injuries, weight struggles, and the search for the perfect moment. Beyond choosing Randy, Miyata suffered serious injuries, most notably a fractured hand, which kept him inactive for a while. He also continued to struggle with staying in the featherweight division. He constantly forced his weight down and was known for having a glass jaw. Even without the Randy fight, it became clear that Miyata's body could no longer handle featherweight. If the match with Ippo were to happen, it would likely require a catchweight. This reflects the realistic tone of the series, that no matter how skilled you are, the body has its limits. Another factor was Miyata's perfectionist nature. He often refused fights that didn't align with his idea of the perfect moment. Even when opportunities arose, he insisted on waiting for the right timing, which only delayed the fight further. On top of that, Ippo had his own obligations as Japanese champion, mandatory defenses and tune-up bouts, which caused scheduling conflicts. Separate paths. Ippo and Kamigawa's strategic decisions. While Miyata was rising quickly in the OPBF rankings, many observers felt that Ippo was slowing down or declining. From being a careful technician, he had become more of a brawler, often taking heavy damage. One major factor was Kamigawa's secret refusal of Miyata's challenges. According to him, Ippo is not ready. Kamigawa wanted Ippo to gain more experience before facing Miyata. This shows that the postponement wasn't solely Miyata's fault. It was also a deliberate strategy by Ippo's own coach. Kamigawa only accepted the challenge once Ippo became the Japanese national champion and had several successful title defenses under his belt. Moreover, Ippo carved his own path during the OPBF arc. When Miyata backed out, Ippo lost his sense of direction and nearly quit boxing altogether. But with encouragement from his friends and love for the sport, he moved on and pursued the next best thing, challenging other national champions to become the unofficial OPBF champion. This would give him a high world ranking and eventually earn him a shot at Ricardo Martinez and the world stage. The arc aimed to show that national success alone isn't enough to become world-class. It's a more grounded and realistic portrayal of life in professional boxing. Author's intent and fan discourse, the design of Morikawa. The most overarching reason the match didn't happen lies in the author's intention. According to George Morikawa, he wanted to avoid the same narrative path as Ashita no Joe, where the central rivalry ended too quickly. He preferred a longer, more complex journey, where the rivalry itself was not the end point, but the driving force. For Morikawa, the rivalry isn't meant to be fulfilled immediately. It serves as fuel for both the characters and the readers. While many fans felt disappointed, this was a deliberate choice to give meaning to Ippo's hardships and his pursuit of true strength. Despite the delay, the rivalry between Ippo and Miyata has only grown more powerful. It has become a clash that remains out of reach, but still stands as each character's ultimate goal. Conclusion: a dream match left hanging. The absence of a fight between Ippo and Miyata is the result of multiple layered reasons, from Miyata's personal desire to avenge his father, to his physical limitations and perfectionist tendencies, to the strategic decisions made by the Kamigawa gym. Ultimately, the decision is rooted in the author's greater vision, to make their journey deeper, more meaningful, and grounded in reality. Even without the promised fight, their rivalry has become a symbol of ambition, determination, and the relentless pursuit of greatness in the world of professional boxing.